The police state ends with me. We made it one more day. Now, folks, I know I've spoken about this before, but some things really do beg repeating. The head operators are so fascist in this city of Bartlesville government and Bartlesville police and their apparent bosses, the local corporations, especially the leadership of James Phillips Medical Center, that not only do they believe you should be happy with the police state tearing your house apart, stealing from you and breaching your civil and human rights and worse, not only should you be happy about it, they also expect you not to even voice complaint about it. These people are power crazed and don't believe in our Constitution or civil or human rights. This is supposed to be the United States of America, folks. We are built on not allowing a fascist government and definitely not allowing a police state. You should expect more complaining each time a fascist tells me to be quiet, not less, but more free speech, more complaining. The more they tell me to shut up, the more you're going to hear me complain. Some act as if we should be more civil about this. Be quiet, be civil, as if me speaking out is somehow rude. Well, how civil was it for them to tear my house apart and smear mud on the walls of my home and refuse to allow me to use the restroom at my own home, and to tell me off in front of my neighbors and breach my civil and human rights and more, to lie under oath in a court document? How civil was that? Perjury. They should be in jail for felonies. How civil was that? I could go on, but you can go back and watch the videos detailing this. You want civil? In this situation, you want me to be civil? Everyone should feel very lucky that I'm not sitting up here on these videos cussing a blue streak every day, because that is the feeling. I believe my non-profanity laced videos are everything about being civil. We are supposed to have civil rights in this country. And I'll tell you, we deserve them. And we cannot allow a police state to take our civil and human rights away from us and then be quiet. Be quiet, be a polite person and be quiet. I'm being as polite as you're going to get. And the roaming gang of armed robbers, the corrupt Bartlesville police and Bartlesville City Council, along with all those involved, including the immoral so-called leaders of James Phillips Medical Center and Judge Vaclaw and his brother, they want to act to the public like they are being all professional and civil about this matter. And let's not also forget the corrupt Washington County of Oklahoma District Attorney's Office that uses public funds for personal use. But they all are pretending like they're being very civil about the matter. No comment, I'm not saying anything. When their behavior has been and is to this day anti-American, barbaric, and downright evil, and very much conspiratory and collusive. No doubt about it that they are working with each other, talking to each other, and we know darn sure that the police are colluding with the judge. We know this. We've seen this. Now, several authors have said this, so I'm not exactly sure who I should quote for it, but I'll tell you Chris Hedges is one person I've heard use it a lot. And it goes like this: I don't fight fascists because I will win. I fight fascists because they are fascist. You know, as an American, you don't just speak out when you think you can win. You speak out when it's right, when it's correct to. When your civil rights and human rights have been breached, it doesn't matter if you can win. Of course I can't win. These corrupt people, the corrupt judge runs the court. There's no way I can win. But that doesn't mean that people don't need to know this is going on so that the next person doesn't have to suffer this. There's no reason to be quiet, and it's un-American to be quiet about this. Shut up or else? Well, I am not shutting up. And each time anyone, friend, family, former local newspaper's editor that now is hired at the city of Bartlesville wants to cover all this up and tell me to be quiet and delete posts and other things, or whoever else is doing it, every time you do it, it's only going to get louder. I'm not stopping. You guys are corrupt. How about you stop the corruption? But you're psychopaths. You just don't know how. You don't know how to do anything but motor right over people with your police state. An intelligent person, a sane person, would stop the behavior, put in line an education for it, and not treat people this way. But when you've got people colluding together and believing that they can get away with it, because they probably will get away with it, and no one will hold them accountable, they have no reason not to be a bully. They're bullies. Bullies. Schoolyard bullies. Shame on you. Folks, I will not be quiet. I will speak up. I will speak out very loudly. There will be light brought upon the corruption in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and Washington County, Oklahoma. Period. It's not going to stop. I don't fight a fascist because I can win. I fight fascism because they're fascists. The Bartlesville police and their corrupt leaders, corporate leaders I might add, may get away with this, but not without a very American First Amendment, freedom of speech, and redress of the government action exposing their evil behaviors. Anyone that doesn't like it can just jog on. The police state ends with me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.